Good Monday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Conversation Daily News. Glad you all could be with us. Well, it's a brand new day. It's a brand new week, which means it's a brand new opportunity for you to do something amazing, and it all begins today. Of course, you have your news headlines coming up on this Monday. Have a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By, and in today's news you can use. You're part of my conversation with Laura Lindsay. Laura joined me from Skyscanner to talk about the 2024 travel trends they're monitoring and what you need to know about your travel plans for next year. You don't want to miss that. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Monday headlines. In national news, Ryan O'Neal, star of Love Story, Paper Moon, and Peyton Place, has died at the age of 82. Ryan O'Neal, the heartthrob actor who went from TV soap opera to an Oscar-nominated role in Love Story and delivered a wry performance opposite his charismatic 9-year-old daughter Tatum in Paper Moon, died on Friday. My dad passed away peacefully today with his loving team by his side, supporting him and loving him as he should, Patrick O'Neal, his son, a Los Angeles sportscaster, posted on Instagram. No cause of death was given. Ryan O'Neal was diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2012, a decade after he was first diagnosed with chronic leukemia. My father, Ryan O'Neal, has always been my hero, Patrick O'Neal wrote, adding, "He is a Hollywood legend, full stop. He meant the world to me. I loved him very much, and know he loved me too." Tatum O'Neal told People magazine in a statement, "I'll miss him forever, and I feel very lucky that we ended on such good terms." Ryan O'Neal was among the biggest movie stars in the world in the 1970s, working across genres with many of the era's most celebrated directors. O'Neal maintained a steady television acting career into his 70s in the 2010s, appearing for stints on Bones and Desperate Housewives, but his longtime relationship with Farrah Fawcett and his tumultuous family life kept him in the news. Twice divorced, O'Neal was romantically involved with Fawcett for nearly 30 years, and they had a son, Redmond, together. The couple split in 1997, but reunited a few years later. He remained by Fawcett's side as she battled cancer, which killed her in 2009 at the age of 62. In more national news, Elon Musk restores X account of conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. Elon Musk has restored the X account of conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, pointing to a poll on the social media platform formerly known as Twitter that came out in favor of the InfoWars host who repeatedly called the 2012 Sandy Hook school shooting a hoax. It poses new uncertainty for advertisers who have fled X over concerns about hate speech appearing alongside their ads, and is the latest divisive public personality to get back their banned account. Musk posted a poll on Saturday asking if Jones should be reinstated, with the results showing 70% of those who responded in favor. Early Sunday, Musk tweeted, "The people have spoken, and so it shall be." Musk, who has described himself as a free speech absolutist, said the move was about protecting those rights. In more national news, University of Penn's president and board chair resign as anti-Semitism testimony draws backlash. The University of Pennsylvania's president has resigned amid pressure from donors and criticism over testimony at a congressional hearing where she was unable to say under repeated questioning that calls on campus for the genocide of Jews would violate the school's conduct policy. The chairman of the Ivy League Schools Board of Trustees also resigned immediately during a trustee board meeting on Saturday evening, just hours after the individual announced Liz Magill's departure as president in just her second year. The individual was a supporter of Magill's, defended her through several months of criticism over the university's handling of various perceived acts of anti-Semitism. He called her a good person and talented leader who is not the slightest bit anti-Semitic, but gave a legalistic and wooden response after being worn down by months of criticism and hours of questioning in the congressional hearing. The university said Magill will remain a tenured faculty member at the university's Cary Law School. She has agreed to keep serving as Penn's leader until the university names an interim president. In more national news, severe storms tear through central Tennessee, leaving 6 dead and nearly 24 injured. Severe storms that tore through central Tennessee killed 6 people Saturday and sent about 24 to the hospital as homes and businesses were damaged in multiple cities. 3 people, including a child, were killed after an apparent tornado struck Montgomery County, north of Nashville, near the Kentucky state line, county officials said in a news release. And the Nashville Emergency Operations Center said in a post on social media that 3 people were killed by severe storms in a neighborhood just north of downtown. Meanwhile, another 23 people were treated for injuries at hospitals in Montgomery County. And finally, in entertainment news, The Boy and the Heron is #1 at the box office, a first for a Japanese anime master. The Boy and the Heron, the long-awaited animated fantasy from the director of Spirited Away, is only the third anime to ever top the box office in U.S. and Canadian theaters, and the first original anime to do so. That made the top 5 movies over the weekend. #1, The Boy and the Heron with $13 million. #2, The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes with $9 million. #3, Godzilla -1 with $8 million. #4, Trolls Band Together with $6 million. And #5, Wish with $5 million. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. Enjoy. Good Monday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Words I Choose to Live By. Having faith is not just about moving forward. It's about letting go of that which causes you harm and extra baggage. If you can release it, not only does the journey get easier, it becomes more enjoyable as well. So let's get to it. Have an amazing Monday. Laura Lindsay is featured in today's news you can use right here on Conversation Daily News. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your news you can use. Last week, I spoke with Laura Lindsay of Skyscanner. She talked to me about the 2024 travel trends she was seeing and what you should expect for 2024. Here's a bit of our conversation.
Laura, really appreciate the time today. Thanks again for stopping by.
Thanks for having me, Cyrus. And you're absolutely right. It's never too early to start planning that next trip.
Well, Laura, when I looked at the calendar and saw we only have 3 more weeks left in this year, I thought, you know what, I can see why people are already planning for 2024. Well, with that being said, though, I'm curious, what were the top travel trends that you were noticing when it comes to where people want to go for next year?
That's right. So we've started crunching the numbers already to see where people are looking to go next year. People are already starting looking, and we're monitoring the places that are rising in popularity the fastest. So the most popular locations tend to remain the same. So currently in 2023, some of the most popular international destinations for Americans included London, Tokyo, and Paris. But next year, the destinations which are rising the ranks most quickly include the Cayman Islands, French Polynesia, and Osaka in Japan.
Wow, really? That's surprising. Okay. Well, that's something interesting for our audience to think about. Well, we see that, of course, people are willing to spend, Laura. We've seen that, especially since Black Friday. People are willing to spend their money for things they want to do. But budget is always top of mind, especially for travelers. What are some of the best value destinations you noticed?
Spot on that people are looking to travel with budget in mind more than ever. But the good news is that there are lots of locations that still offer good value for money. San Juan in Puerto Rico actually topped the list for next year. So prices starting at under $300 for a round trip. So a really, really good option for people looking to get away.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in this edition of Conversation Daily News. We'll have to get on tomorrow with more news, message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By, and of course, entertainment spotlight. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversation Daily News today. Let us go make today amazing. Take care.